on YouTube as well. Let's confirm that's actually working, because sometimes it doesn't. And we're live. So we're going to be picking up where we left off on Kenshi. I know for those over on Twitch, I have managed to go almost a full hour with actually, without starting the game. So my apologies for that. Usually it's like 10, 15, 20 minutes, enough to let people wander in. But sometimes we get into conversations that are like, oh yeah, there's going to be a game playing at some point, I guess, maybe. Let's see. You think the one time you burnt yourself bad, you weren't even cooking? You hate how burning sensation lingers? You'd rather have a cut any day? Yeah. Wait, what's happening? Who am I fighting? Oh, right. We downed one or two of the United Cities people here. So when we got back up, they're probably playing dead. And so when we load the save file, they stop playing dead. You should have kept playing dead. Actually, no, honestly, they're pretty tough, so... But yeah, for those who have missed what we've been doing in Kenshi, we are playing as the Crab Raiders. Now, this is a mod start that normally you don't get this choice. But the gist of it is, if we look at our map, the Crab Raiders own this territory down here. Green Beach and the Pits East. What happens, though, is pretty much everyone around them despises their very existence and wants to murder their faces. You know, just kind of the way things work sometimes. And that's just kind of a thing we're dealing with. Wonder why all the rest of you aren't getting involved in that fight. But, the big thing about the Crab Raiders that you can probably, figure out is they use giant crabs. Alright. So we got another one over here. Who's nearby? Jaywalker? Okay. Now there's a pro and a con with the crabs. So the crabs actually do a ridiculous amount of damage because they just attack so incredibly aggressively. The downside with the crabs is their hitbox is the size of a barn. So there is no not getting hit. They also don't block or dodge or anything. So it is very much run up to enemy and just slam your head against enemy until one of the two of you isn't standing. They're pretty good at it, but it does have a lot of flaws. I don't even remember what we were working on with half of this. We were doing research. Okay, so we can do a tech level 4. Plop that way up here. And we'll let that go. Because we are expanding our operations here. Oh, you got back up? You shouldn't do that. I don't really know whether the crabs are just standing back and watching, but okay. Okay, who's closest to you? Sentient Cookie. And there's also the downside of the crabs can't loot themselves, so you have to loot and then pass it over to the crab. So it does add some logistic pains, which I'm definitely feeling. Oh, and also the crabs will eat you out of house and home. They eat twice as much food as a normal person. So that's a whole thing. Which is the reason I have this base that we're starting to build over here. Is just for food. That's the only reason we have it, is I just need it for food. As soon as Jaywalker is no longer unconscious, the quick inventory. Make sure, yeah, so that's all food stuff. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so we're pretty good there. So the goal for today so far is we have been working our characters up, getting them stronger, doing all that sort of stuff. But the plan now is that nearby one of our enemies, the camp arc, I think that way station, the Reaver camp, Stob's Ridge might be. Basically, almost all of these areas in between here belong to a group. Actually, that one's not. But basically, this whole area here belongs to the Reavers. The Reavers are one of our enemies. they're mean. They like slavery, so we don't like them. They're stinky. They say Pikachu's overrated, and they prefer to just cook pineapple and then put cheese on it, and then, you know, throw it in the garbage. They're just awful people. That actually didn't work as well in my head. Why are you not researching? Should you not be researching? Oh, right. We don't have electricity, and I just upgraded that bench to the point where you can't use it because it requires electricity. Wait, do you require electricity? Yeah. Well, that was not the smartest move on my part. Hey, Tessa. Who said Pikachu's overrated? Oh, it's the Reavers. They're awful. So this is gonna be a weird one. So what I'm actually gonna do, this is a workaround you could do, is we're gonna build a regular research bench and just chuck it down here. Because weirdly enough, you can do stuff that requires the higher research benches on lower level research benches if you have both sometimes. Don't fight Sad Neil. Sad Neil's bad at fighting. Actually, let's be fair. Sad Neil's... I still don't know where Sad Neil got that 33 defense. I swear, like, Sad Neil had, like, no stats. I turn around and then Sad Neil's running around with 33 defense. I'm like, where did this come from? When did Sad Neil become, like, actually good at defending themselves? Especially considering they're using a katana, which the big penalty katanas have is they're terrible for defense. They're like, they're the I want to attack, I don't really care about defending myself weapons. Maybe. He does have decent toughness. I would just be surprised that would happen without him, you know, potentially having real problems. Yeah, that's the only thing we could guess. He was just getting attacked. But he would have had to attack someone who was really bad at doing damage to get that much defense up. Okay, you are moving. I was like, it doesn't look like you're moving. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to have them use the research bench real fast. Because we need to research how to power. Alright, and do we have on the research list already electricity of some kind? Wind generation, let's put that right up here. Okay. So we're working on that. Because what I need to do is I need to get that home base going. One of the things I want to make happen, and we haven't gotten there yet. Oh, there's random reavers in the ocean? Okay. We also are going to need to kill the crap out of the United Cities, because they're attacking me regularly now. And it's very annoying. And I don't like it. You know Sad Neil has a non-working arm? No, Sad Neil's arm is fine. Sad Neil is carrying a corpse. Don't worry about it. It's... Look, man. You gotta get them gains. And the way you get them gains in RimWorld is you huck a corpse over your shoulder and you go for a walk. I wish I was memeing, but no, that's really the best way to level up your strength is get a backpack full of junk, throw a corpse over your shoulder, and go for a walk. And you'll get some major gains going pretty fast. Another thing you can do is just get a heavy weapon of some kind, and you'll gain... It's not as fast. You'll gain gradual strength that way. But considering you're constantly fighting everything, you know, it adds up. Also, a ton of weight to the corpse, too. It helps extra gains. Oh yeah, no, it's like literally just the like how much weight are you carrying, and then there is a bonus if you happen to be carrying a body as well. All right, let's go take a look at that camp. That's gonna be our first destination. But no, I forgot the camera gets all wonky if I follow one of the humans. I love the crab raiders when you walk past. Like, that's a mighty fine crab you got there. Mm-hmm. She's got some mighty nice pinchers. Mm-hmm. The crab gets hers like, don't worry, girl, I'll take care of you. The mean people hurt you. Yeah, you've got it. I can stay out of that one. But yeah, we are marching on. Do the crab raiders have something to tell us? Yeah, crabs are wonderful. There's no second part. Who the heck is that sees that many dude and giant crabs and goes, I can take it? Delusions of grandeur. They can really undermine your perspective on what you can and cannot do. Oh, beak things. Alright. You here. Just the two of them? Oh, no. You there. You also there. And then we'll have all of the crabs just immediately aggress the one right next to them. And Rual's like, nah. Not feeling it. Alright. You, Alright, so long claws near you. I forgot Lardine has their crossbow, so didn't run up, just immediately started blasting. Alright, so we'll just take all of their stuff so they can't get back up. Alright, and you can give that to Alyssa and Z. I did like people like, hey, you should go bother those beak things. You know, like, kind of troll messaging, just be like, yeah, go mess with those beak things, have a bad time. It's like, beak things don't bother me, actually. Beak things are one of the things the crabs are really well suited to take out very, like, you're gonna find most animal-type enemies we're gonna have no real problems fighting, because both sides of the conversation have the same strategy of run up and then just start smacking their head against the wall, which means numbers matter. Can you see how many kills a character has gotten? Curious if you killed anyone? I don't think so. Oh hey, and our beak thing wants to roll in. Yeah, I don't think there's a thing that tracks like who scored the kills or whatever. Is there a nest or something up here? No, it's just, I guess, a patrol of like 4 or 5 of them. Alright. And drop those off. So back to pushing towards that camp. Now, my intention is, right now, Lardine doesn't quite have enough crossbow skill really to just out-snipe a camp. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. Because I could potentially have Lardine stand back, occasionally score a hit on someone to get them to come out to attack us. As opposed to running into their base and then having to deal with all of it at the same time. But we could do that. Eventually, Lardine will probably get to the point he'll be able to drop people on their way in until they send groups. But that'll be a while. We just got Lardine some bolts finally. It's another group of crabs up there. Yeah, so that's a Reaver base down there. We poked at that before. We actually did a number, but eventually we just kind of, between patrols and everything, started getting worn down. So I'm going to put them on hold. Have Lardine take point. I don't know what your range is. We have you start shooting at that guy. Can you actually hit that? Yeah, you're shooting for it. Just waiting to you to actually score a hit. That crossbow stat is going up fast. That reload time is not fast. Did it just go because... Are you doing stuff? Yes, that's half used. Let's move up. I'm not sure if you're actually doing anything. It looked like it went up. Maybe there's just a thing for target acquisition. So have you get on the hill. Because there is a mechanic where, the higher the ground you're on, kind of thing. Okay, so you're definitely reloading. Alright, so we got incoming. So very last Lardine is going to back off and stop ranging. Take everyone off hold and fight whatever came out. Because the entire goal is to try and drag them away from the base, so I'm fighting them in groups. Versus, like, the whole base at the same time, where they're going to jump on the mounted crossbows and cause us grief and... yada yada. Let's shift away for just a second. Where are you? Basically, I don't care about their armor. But I do want to make sure They don't have their weapons. And their bandages. So if I let them keep those, then they'll keep getting back up again and again. It'll just be a nuisance. Okay, cool. Everyone seems to be good. So, throwing back on hold. Very last 13 inches forward again to take their position. Set them back to ranged. Acquire our next target. Huh. Oh, we got a raiding party over here. I was like, there's no one in front of the place anymore. Can we hit that one? Maybe go with the one in the back there. Okay, we're having a crossbow out. Not sure how I feel about this. Because they have 40 turrets, I have about 40 crossbow. On the other hand, I have the high ground, which you do get a bonus for being above your enemies. Oh, we dropped one. Someone over here went down. So ranged. Stop holding. Excuse you. Oh, hey. I guess he's just running. I must have busted his arm. That's fine. Just pass the weapons over. Oh, here we go. Yeah, properly engaging a group here. And give that to Longclaw. Yeah, so we keep picking them up more and more. And is Jaywalker close enough? I don't think you are. Close enough. We'll pass it when we're done. So they're definitely not as tough as they used to be as they've gotten stronger, which is how this is supposed to work. I do wish there was like an easier just like, hey, go pick this up. Like disarm them kind of thing. Because it ends up being a little bit of an obnoxious thing of running around being like, does that one have a weapon? Does that one have a weapon? Eventually we'll get enough damage we won't have to worry about that anymore. It was your Captain Brody's close. You'll need to reposition. And the only reason we're taking the time to loot all these bodies is just to disarm them. And to take away their medicine so we're not dealing with this for all eternity. Alright, so back up on the hill. Honestly, I might not even need to keep sniping them. I think we dropped the main force that was in there. Alright, let's just back off slightly so we can loot the body. I do appreciate that they do drop medical. Yeah, so I think we're just rolling into town now. There's no one on their front guns. It claims there's 84 people living here. I am very dubious of that claim. If there are 84 people, where are they? We got a patrol coming over here from the right. We're gonna let that patrol aggro on us and start dealing with it. Get off the turrets, please. Alright. You're reading it's actually 8.4 people. That would be funny if that was the case. And apparently it's already dropped down by 7 people. Hey, could, like, someone stop that guy from just cross-bolting us at point blank? That'd be swell. I would prefer if you did not go in there any farther. I'd prefer if you did not go in there any farther. Fight out here. If there's a crossbow, we'll deal with them in a minute. I want the fight out here. We don't grab the next group until we're ready for the next group. Does the 84 include all patrols? Usually it does not. Usually the actual number is the people living there, and then the roaming patrols are like a separate thing. Please stop going inside. You've got to fight out here. Deal with it first. Alright, so I do see there's a crossbow person in there now. Because if there is 84 people, I don't want to aggro all... I do kind of wish there was like a, hey, like there's a hold, but they'll literally just stand there. I do kind of wish it'd be like, hey, stick with the group. Like a leashing mechanic. That you kind of limit the range that they'll leave the group or whatever. Hacks the Blooded. Alright. Stop running the whole way in, please. Get back out here. Again, get back out here. Get back out here. Alright, how are you doing? You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. We got some more trickling in from the side over here. So we've definitely piled up some serious corpses. Alright. There's only 2 crabs that are down. There's the one there, which is fighting. Because I got the warning that one of my crabs was being butchered. And we don't want that. Please stop going inside. Please stop going inside. Please stop going inside. Save Captain Brody, who decided to go inside. Okay, everyone get out. Is it time for crab rave? Always. Alright. Like, I almost want to be able to close their gate and be like, don't cross this line. The big thing is I want them to stop aggroing new ones so we can start patching ourselves up. And if they keep running in there and aggroing the ones inside, we'll just get into the point where we slowly get worn down. The crowds fighting do kind of look like them dancing. To a certain degree, yeah. Alright, so we're all going to start patching everyone up. We'll have people occasionally get up. We'll beat them up and knock them back down. Keep repeating the process till, you know, they stop getting back up. Forever. All right. Now, one of the other downsides is we've obviously not picked up all their bandages because we haven't had a chance to pick up any of their bandages. But that's okay. I do appreciate... Oh, you're an escape slave. That's fine. We'll deal with that when we get there. Yeah, so it's still saying 82. Now, granted, that is a lot of bodies in front here. I don't think that's 80 bodies, but this is a lot of bodies we piled up outside here. Hey, She-Wolf, how's it going? Are you going for the turret? Look. Buddy. Alright, Canberra, get back with the group. I want you by yourself. We'll just keep on messing with people till we get to the point that they stop getting back up entirely. Because that's usually how you wipe out a town in the game, is you just basically get your people in, and you just kind of sit on the town till everyone's dead. Now, good news, they don't get much in the way of first aid, so even if we were, we could literally just kind of sit there and knock them around. See, you got a new game today? You love the Aliens movie? Grew up watching them? Well, there's a game called Aliens Dark Descent. And it's a top-down. It's awesome, so doing the story mode? Yeah, no, I've seen that one before. It actually looked pretty interesting. Like, because there's that one, and then there's, like, an Aliens game that's, like, straight up just your typical horror, like, things lurking over the counters kind of thing, and the horror one didn't particularly interest me, but the Dark Descent looked pretty interesting. Huh. Trying to top off our bandages best I can. Because I keep looking around and I keep finding free bandages everywhere. Alright. Oh yeah, now the focus with not looting them was because I was busy trying to bandage up all of the crabs who had gotten into fights and all that. I'm not really worried about the weapons. They're going to take up a lot of inventory. I just don't want to deal with it. Money's not going to be that big of an issue in the run. You know, each of those weapons, most of them, like, we look at that. I mean, that one's actually 600. But most of them are like 100 or 200. It just takes way too long to sit here and process all the bodies, as it were. Alright, you're all full. Next up. There's so many bodies. We certainly not wiped out the town, but we've certainly really done a number to it. Oh yeah, you can actually use better weapons, can you? So you can find the ones that actually has a decent hacker on it. 'Cause most of them have the stunted cleaver. Bunch of them are getting back up. That's fine. Did you wipe out the town? We're actively working on it. Okay. So group everyone up again at the front. And while they patch themselves up, let's run back down here. Because what I need to do... Figure out why... Oh, right, I can just do that to fix it. Alright. We need to train the bolts. That's fine. Moon map? Some kind of map of a landmass that's surrounding. So there's something out there. What? What? Okay, and farming we don't have what we need. Industry, I could just get more materials and all that, which is certainly good. We can get the steel refining. That needs to happen. The defense, we already got the basic walls. So tech level 5 requires a bench level 4. Okay. We can do that. I also need to go here to power. We should have that research now. We researched the wind power. Oh, it's under industry in this mod. Okay, that's whatever. Put you over there for right now. Yeah, so we're just trying to research as much as we can. Keep things moving. Excuse you. I did not give you permission to start bandaging up your people. Alright, I think we start poking these houses. Who was the one who started bandaging people? Which one of you dared to start bandaging each other? We'll be having none of that medical support going on here. Probably fell down the steps after we knocked him down. There you are. Alright. Enjoy the diet water. I really do like the new roll thing. Nobody home here. There's people home. All right. You let the R2 keep patching people up. No one home there. Let's start freeing people. It is annoying that some of them will get, like, not get out of their cages or whatever. Someone was yelling to stay in their cages. Where are you, last person? Was there another floor to this building? Oh, you can actually go up to the roof. There's nothing there worth mentioning. Just gonna say it. Reaver's base, kind of a dump. Get caught stealing. Do you think I care? Good, raise the alarm. Everyone's lying on the ground unconscious. Who's going to stop me? That's fine, I'm gaining thieving skill. Alright. I'm not bothering with the motor. That's smashed, those are all smashed, those are all smashed. Everything in here is smashed. That's all smashed. Fill the vodka. Oh, there's no room in your inventory. That's fair. Alright. Usually there'll be like a person you can kill that once you kill them, they're like, oh. Oop. Who got hurt? Oh, not me a problem, I guess. Who's getting hurt? Who's grunting? Oh, there's just randomly one Reaver fighting one of the, nearby people. And was there anything on your roof? Not that I care about. So go ahead and engage that. Lardy, go ahead and run up here and grab this. What else is showing us being locked? Oh. Booze. That's good. And actually, for that matter, you need a backpack, I believe. Not a good back. It's not a good backpack, but it is a backpack. Alright. What a dump. Yup. Yes, it is. Look. There's only one way you find out if you want it. Because also, keep in mind, I think we gave away, what was it, like 4 keys or something like that? So it's not like we didn't have a bunch of keys we gave out. Okay, so it looks like another Reaver group pulled up. That should be fine. The others will handle it. We'll just keep working on that. Because, I mean, keep in mind, there's been a number of times that people give away keys that they end up on what's known as the gray market, where someone just, like, resells it and all that kind of stuff. You also end up people who, they win the key and they literally had no intention of ever even giving it a try or anything. It's a free key. It'd be one thing if, like, I bought the key to give it away. That would be kind of a bummer. But if they're just giving it out. You're still fighting for a lot longer than I expected you to be. I see, so we're dealing with the annoying thing where they push themselves back in the corner and now they can't get out. Alright. At the past, you've done a lot of fun in Builders games. Still having fun with Rimworld and Kenshi, but Timberborn is not fun for you? Yeah, that's fine. Like, I mean, that does happen. Like, there's just sometimes, even if there's a genre you really like, that you get the game and said, not really my thing. But the way I look at that was the alternatives you might look at and go, okay, let me buy this, and then you get and you're like, oh, I'm not enjoying this. You know, and then you're out, you know, you're 30 or whatever. Yeah, so absolutely don't feel bad about it. And how are we doing clearing the place out? The population still says 54. No problem. Jay says, Timberborn is a pretty slow start for sure. You've had a lot more fun with it once you got a better grasp of what you're doing in Lockmore stuff, but understand it was not for everyone. Did the same thing with Product Zomboid. Couldn't get the controls down. Oh yeah, there's also a lot of games that like you play it at first like, man, I don't get why people like this. And there's almost like a threshold that once you get past that, it tends to get a bit easier to get into kind of thing. Did you run up to my giant army as you're really horribly injured and said, "We are chaos"? And then immediately got shredded by an army of crabs? I'm gonna be honest, that actually kind of checks out. To be fair, they did down one or two of my people, so... But we did manage to get a couple of the, slaves out here. Once I get a break in the fighting and we get patched up, I might walk some distance away so that all the slaves we freed, they'll either go about their day or they'll join us or whatever outcome it ends up going to. But I need to have a break in the fight. Like this one here, we rescued that one. Here, you know what? You're friendly, I'm gonna patch you up. Let's go for a little walk. Because they should follow me, and then once we leave the area, they'll either say, like, you know, thank you for rescuing me, or I'm free and they'll run off kind of thing. Or they'll be like, hey, you know, can we talk? Like, I'd love to be around someone as strong as you or whatever. You're both gonna make it? Yeah, it's fine. Because I'm also doing this way, all the ones that are playing dead and all that laying around, they'll get up and we can go back in there and knock them right back down. Hey, we got ourselves a new recruit. It didn't let me name them, unfortunately, but if we find a plastic surgeon, we will we'll do that. But one of the Reaver slaves have joined. So heck yeah. Medical rescue on your jobs, don't worry about ranged. All right. This one injured bandit came at you and was like, fight me, and got wrecked. Yeah, just Kenshi things. Oh, you got one of your people on the crossbow. All right. You're all patched up. Give me that medical. All right. Dead. Critical. Apparently he's going to get back up and try and bandage themselves, which means they have medical. No, sir. There will be no medical. Oh, they just lost a leg. Probably regret this. But here you go. Have a crossbow and a better weapon. You're now ranged as able. Do you have the shoddy version? Just slightly better than the prototype version. We're gonna do a quick walk around, we're gonna grab bolts, and we're gonna try and see if we can't find any of them that's better quality than shoddy. Can't tell what weapon you have. Nothing I care about. You've got a crossbow. So you've got some medical over here. Let's say there's a crossbow one over here too. Your food is giving you a huge debuff to all skills and actions. Yeah, standard quality. There we go. We're moving up in the world. A Holy Nation Outpost fort thing. Today is a good day. Yup. Meanwhile, you start picking up all those bandages because you don't have a bunch. All right. And how are we doing on our injuries? We're doing relatively fine. So another thing I could potentially do is leave this the way it is now, where everyone is mauled and injured and horrible. I think Ark is their main town. We do like a little look around out here for a minute. Never mind, we got another patrol rolling in. All right. It's interesting that people often play what Rual plays, while Rual plays at the same time. Yeah, it is a thing you do start to notice more and more. Like it's understandable. Like, you know, people are tuning in, they're like, "Oh yeah, that game. I forgot about it. I meant to play it." Or I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember having a good time with that." Like whatever the circumstances. Ah, the combat cleaver. And Delilah didn't have one, so have you grabbed that combat cleaver? We'll go to squad positions where everyone is, and we will shift very last Lardine to the right. So those are melee, those are ranged. Yeah, I feel like there's a bunch of mods that people tend to use a lot. What are we doing with the faction stuff? We do have a group of United Cities people on their way to the outpost from where? Oh, they're already like halfway there, so I can't intervene. Alright, Sad Neil. You're doing your research thing. Unfortunately, you're going to need to stop doing that because this place is about to be full of all sorts of things going on. Did you oh, you were, you did manage to upgrade that already. So we can go here and we can do that. So Tech 5 will be the next thing. So we're just beelining the whole way up the tech because we had all the advanced stuff and not the books. Oh, here. Hey, buddy. I need to go back to sleep. Alright. Yeah, so what we're waiting for is we've got an attack heading towards our outpost down here. Pretty soon I'll be able to put up walls and, you know, start putting mounted weapons on those. I'm hoping I can put the walls around this wide enough that they have problems even entering the base. The only thing is the gate. I believe the gate, when you try and make a water base, no matter what you do, has to be exposed to attack. But it does open up some possibilities. Yep, so you're dying now. Good for you. Are you? Okay. I didn't see where the red cursor was. I had it for just a second. Okay, let's go back down here. Yeah, another elder crabs. And you're missing having a bunch of stuff built. That's fine. I'll also need to add, where was there was a copper node on here as well. I don't remember where it was. There's like one really inconvenient copper node. It was like way over here or something like that. Oh, they're just more used. I'd say they're delayed. Okay. Go hide in your corner again. Alright. Yes, the vast majority are dead. There's some of them that are actively dying. There's a couple of them that, are in recovery coma because someone did go around and managed to patch up a few of them here and there. We basically gotta wait for them to get back up, knock them back down. Yeah, saying population 40, it is slowly going down. Where the heck was that copper node? Like I said, I remember finding a copper node here, like just one. It was somewhere inconvenient, because there's the iron node. You don't have to like tuck to the neighboring island, that's still tolerable. Now, granted, I believe with the Universal Wastelands mod, I think you can actually make a copper node, which is a weird thing. I'm not super excited about that. I'm pretty sure we surveyed and we found a copper node. We still have people coming in. Let's not run over there. Get in the water. We can't chase you in the water. Alright. Because I'll need a copper node to build stuff here. If we do have to make a copper node, that's fine. Actually, I think we may be able to make copper drills. I think we actually do have that mod. I don't normally... Well, it's interesting that spot literally has nothing. No water, no anything. Alright, I guess I won't worry about it. Okay, so that's a problem, because... Well, actually, no. Didn't I bring a bunch of copper back? I got copper here. Wonder why you're not building that. You should have all the materials you need. It's fine. You're still working at stuff. All I care is you're being productive. The guy yelled freedom. And started taking off his things. And then I went ahead and was like, here, let me help. And I took off his shackles. And when I did, he was like, no, they're gonna stop my rations. And he got back in his cage. Like, he literally just yelled freedom. How are you doing? 37. Is your backpack full, maybe? No, that's not it. You don't have the building materials, sir. Oh, I take that back. You don't actually have... Right, because I need power to make the plates. And I need the plates to make the power. Alright, so we got another raid heading our way. Don't love to see it. Alright, so we're gonna change this up. Dismantle that iron thing. Yeah, it's fine, I don't care about the iron ore. And go down here. Going to go to industry, iron refinery, manual iron refinery. We'll need one more iron plate for somewhere, which should be doable. Do we have any iron left in here? No, I picked it clean. What did I use to build some of the storage? Because we might be able to get some of that. So water is iron plates and that'll be perfect. So you're gone as well. That way we can get this built so I can actually get iron happening. Okay, so iron refinery is on the list. Remove that machine, put iron refinery up there. Okay, so that makes so we can actually make iron plates again. Where's that Reaver raid? Halfway across the ocean and coming fast, so we will say undo jobs. Go down there. Should have stayed styling, friend. That's fine, I don't mind if we get beaten up a little bit. Yeah, so a bunch of the ones that are down are just getting antsy and moving around. We're knocking them down, making it happen. Okay. And the Reaver raid's still making progress. There's still a dot way back there moving. Yeah, so I need to have crossbow crafting as something unlocked to unlock all that. That is the one downside about wiping a town. It just takes a little bit of time for it to actually take place. Hey, Uzi, how's it going? Alright. So now go to attack, we back off again so we don't get tied up into it. These crabs must be drunk because they're walking straight lines. Yep. For those who don't know, Uzi was born, another creator on the platform. Well, we're checking out, playing some Halo 2, just chatting and doing some art. So if you're looking at any of that kind of stuff, you can find that there. Yeah, at the moment we're just basically sitting on one of the Reaver camps. We rolled in, said, this is ours. And that's just been where it's been going from now. And each time they run in, we just maul anyone who comes inside here. The tomb home already? It is. Alright, chat, it is hitting about 9 o'clock my time. This is about the time that my wife gets home, and I think I heard her just get downstairs. So I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break to welcome her home and all good stuff, and I will be back here in just a couple minutes. So thank you again for tuning in, and I'll be back here in a minute. Oh no, I chose the wrong thing. I didn't mean to arrest you. I meant to give you medicine. This is not at all the same thing that what I meant to do. Whoops. I unintentionally did a literal kidnapping. Yeah, unfortunately you got beat up too, so... Is it just like because I had an expensive colony earlier? It's like, no, we're just gonna keep this going. Just no, never let up. Just keep it going. Ambrosia addiction, why not? Let's add it to the pile. Disease gutworms, okay. What is this? Oh, good. Ducks join. I actually would like the ducks. The ducks would be lovely. Rare thrombo. We're gonna leave those alone. They're gonna eat all my plants. It's deeply upsetting. You know what we should do that our characters haven't done? Let's have a lantern. A sky lantern thing. We've done this, I think, 3 or 4 times in this run, and we have had not a single one that has been a positive experience. So, we'll see if this one's better. It's the first time we've had one with clear skies. I mean, I'll try and blow up more if I can get my hands on more utilities that can blow up. Can I get more dynamite? Oh. And here I was making the comment to myself earlier, it's like, you don't fire the gun when you left click it without. Unless you aim it. I would be wrong. That startled me. Really going, you know what? That's gonna be an immediate problem. I can't move. I am physically one with the emeralds. The emeralds are me. I am the emerald. Help. I regret this decision. Unstuck. And since there's two sides of that airlock, this shouldn't be really that bad. Well, we've lost. I thought we had depressurized it.
This event may be recorded for training and quality.
So that's the thing that confused me, is we depressurized it and was exposed to the entire opening. Well, and that brings the end of our hard space shipbreaker run. Let's do this the uncontrolled way. All right. I didn't do that right. That's fine. It's good enough. All right. Hey, train, could you not? Hey, train, please. Train. No. This is not my stop, train. I don't want to go this way. Let me free. All right, so we're going to... Oh, God. And we just need to straighten it out and everything will be fine. Alright, I'm gonna do something I know is not gonna end well, but I'm gonna be cursed until it happens. Sure. There we go. It's kind of wiggling to get the trailer to shift, and then turning the wheel straight so I have less resistance. Once I get over this hill, it's going to be so much easier, but we got to get over the hill first. Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah, no, we already knew we needed a new tractor. I just don't have the money for it. But my hope is that this is the money for it. Oh, I just realized something. How am I going to get onto that plate? If that little incline is too much for us? Because that plate is raised. I mean, I guess we're just going to try and go for it. Momentum, carry me. Actually, it doesn't look like it's going to be that big a deal. I'm hoping. And we're starting to sell the mushrooms. I guess I don't have a laceration? I am so confused. Unless I caused a laceration to the wool. What? Thank you for being quiet, demon dog. You're really messing with my mindset. Okay. Good job, man. So we got a bamboo
Left again. Keep going. Keep going into the garage.
Moving. Oh, you are too
find
late.
Some Tupperware or hide behind the truck.
Oh, you're
Either
safe.
one.
It's not hunting anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, Pank got away by like
It sounds like
nothing.
we're by ourselves.
Oh no. Welp. And I was here a long time earlier today. I guess they call a tow truck. Marcus is gonna get caught one of these times. I'm okay if you're anxious, so long as we don't get anxious. Right now, I don't want to see anxious on our character. We're just gonna see if our Nimble 5 will carry us through. Now, our hope is that we actually got the zombies off the car. I am back. And Tomb gave me my birthday gifts a little early, because that's like not quite a week. And so there's a lot of like Star Wars themed stuff. I'm like, okay, like you've got me this little shirt. You know, it's nice, subtle. It says Forest Moon, and it's like, okay. Nice subtle shirt. And I turn and go, oh, you're not subtle at all. That is perfect for like the stream, because it's Star Wars and very clear like lumbering and all that. Like, it was just the whole thing. My parents was like, oh, that's nice and, like, kind of low-key Star Wars. You might not notice it. And I turned the back around. I was like, oh, no, you're not low-key at all. You are full-on letting people know that I like Star Wars, which is totally fine. But yeah, no, I like that. And it was one of a couple. The one interesting thing is she got me, it was a sleeveless hoodie, which I have not owned a sleeveless hoodie. I've heard good things. Like, to give you an idea of when you would wear like a sleeveless hoodie, if you're out doing something, you're moving your arms around a lot, but it is a little bit on the cold side, a sleeveless hoodie can make sense, because then you don't have like all the binding on your arms from that, but you still keep like your main part. I haven't worn one yet. I haven't owned one, but I've heard good things from people doing it. Like, so if you were out, like you're building a cinder block wall, you might wear a sleeveless hoodie where you're like, okay, you know, I want my arms free because I'm picking up and putting stuff down and picking up, putting stuff down. But also, it's heckin' 50 degrees, so I kind of don't want to be out there in a t-shirt. Well, we'll see. It looked good. It was also Star Wars. It was Ezra Bridger from Rebels. She got it because it was orange. Yeah, so it should be fun. Man, say 50 degrees cold is still insane for you, Ohio mind. So, I have a weird thing when it comes to the cold, like all that. Because, like, very genuinely when I moved to Florida, I would be dressed in, like, a tank top and shorts, and it'd be, like, you know, upper 50s, lower 60s degree Fahrenheit, which, for those who like Celsius, is, it's brisk. It's not cold, but it's definitely, if you were just standing on t-shirt and shorts, you might not be the happiest person. You're probably not going to have, like, any health problems, but you're not going to be too thrilled about the situation. But if you're out doing something, not that big a deal. But yeah, so when I first moved here, I would go to school and I'd be, like, in a t-shirt and shorts, and everyone else would be dressed up in, like, borderline winter clothes. You're like, what? It's like 60 degrees outside. It's fine. Calm down. Alright. And now I'm trying to take their bandages and their crossbow bolts, because we keep getting new people into the fight. Or are you following me? Oh, good. If they're following me, they might join us. So I'll have them run to the far end over here again. And we'll see if we make a new friend or we just free someone. I didn't see. Is the, with the factions, there's the Reavers. Okay. I was curious if, like, the Reaver Vagrants or whatever. Actually, maybe it's the Vagrants as their own. If we would get standings with them. Because I remember, and I haven't done it in a long time, I remember one of the strategies, if you wanted to ally, you couldn't ally everyone, but you could ally a lot of people. We got another one. And we'll rename them when we can. Unfortunately, with the way the game works, is I have to go to a plastic surgeon to rename the people. But yeah, so it looks like we got another Reaver slave has joined us. Are you medicing? Dear sir. Sir. I think not. Hey, new guy. Go get a bandage, I guess. More bandages laying around. Right now, I'll just give you that. Slightly better than what I have. All right. And how's it going? It still says there's 34 people left. No one, like, ran back in these buildings, right? I've had that before where I'm like, why is everyone not dead? And I'll be like, 2 or 3 ran past my units and went to, like, a building or whatever. There's a bunch in the cages. I'm not as worried about them. Are you done over here? You got out of your system? I haven't been paying attention. Yeah, they're done. Alright, so get back to their jobs. If I were to try and build a copper node, because this one of the mod packs we have with this does give us the ability to do that at a copper mine. It requires 3 copper plates to do that. I happen to have copper plates. Well, that's interesting. So we could probably just never get copper here, which honestly would be fair. Because when we looked at this spot, the farming is absolutely absurd. Okay, that's fine. That means I have to go for stuff. Hey, Trippy, how's it going? Hey, Luxray. Hope you're having a good one as well. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to our first of our targets being wiped out entirely. Got a couple who are in recovery coma because they kept getting bandaged up. It still surprises me that, like, the town's dead. For all purposes, the town's dead. And we still have these people who are not going to, you know, yeah, exactly, very last. I was like, they're gonna stop my rations. Like, bro, there's nobody left here to give you rations. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but those places that they're giving you your rations, they all died. What are you fighting out there that's actually putting up some kind of a fight? I'm just trying again because we had the last one that we went to set free. So are any gonna follow me? Nope. That's okay. Sir. Give me that bandage. All right. I'm expecting that to be marked as dead pretty soon. Because I'm pretty sure the people in the cages don't count towards the population. And the vast majority of them are not getting back up. You're marked as critical, not unconscious. Oh, no, you are unconscious. Alright. We're not gonna bar taking that. I forgot, I do want you to grab the bolts. So Ranger versus an old world, the Ranger's way worse. Alright, we can go over here. You're bearing what I got. Because I'm trying to have one have like the big long bolts, and then the other one will just have a crossbow at all to train with. Meanwhile, you need to be medic and rescue. Do that. You're not ranged, so don't worry about it. And how are we doing here? That body count should be going down. Yeah, because there's a whole bunch that were dying here, so we'll just go back inside. All right. Because if any of those ones that have bandages get back up, they could actually start patching up a bunch of the ones that are downed here. And it could delay my killing off the town kind of thing. So I keep dealing with the random... I'm just going to pick that up. Yeah, it's shoddy prototype style. So when you see those patrols that wander in, they usually have fresh bandages. The good news is, doing well in bandages now. Alright, and how are we doing now with a bunch of them going up again? The actual residence count went up. Come on. You're dying as well. Let's see, one always says not everyone they tried to teach me the ins and outs of that deck. I missed what any of that is about. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of stuff. Yeah, and I never got into it, so I just don't know anything about it, really. I saw they put one new person in a cage. I didn't see which cage, though. It's this one. Alright. There's this one making a break for it. Gotcha. So it's another grass bandit that when they get recovery coma, I might be able to pick them up. Wait till they're not unconscious, though. Alright. Trying really hard to finish it off. We'll get that last grass pirate out there, and we'll go on to the next town and start knocking it down, and then circle back to see who survived and deal with them. You're researching tech level 5 on the bench that's not able to do tech level 5. Don't worry about it, it's fine. You turned on me? Don't do that. Then I have to kill you. Look, you're marked as hostile. I'm treating you as such. I see. All right. Put them down. Put them down. Put them down. Okay. Hacks. Absolute hacks. Yeah, so you'll be up in a moment to deal with that. The actual number of residents is not reflected. So it's not the roaming population, because the roaming population, for example, it says 50, but saying the actual residents is 42. And there's definitely not that many people being held prisoner here. So it's not that. but we have wiped out most of it. I think what's happening is as the Reavers are rolling through and we're knocking them down, that's becoming more and more of a thing. Alright, so you should be back up in just a second. We'll free you to see if you join us. And then we're going to leave and come back for a little while. Alright. Okay, so he won't. He won't come with. Alright. So for all intents and purposes, we're going to call this place pretty much defeated. We'll let them settle in a little bit, and we'll circle back around. I don't think there's anything north of here at all anywhere. Until we get to the next region. I think this is just dead area until we hit the fishing village. So we could start running over this way, maybe. Who are you that's running around here? Go murder that guy in particular. Okay. Take their bandages away from them, get again. And also grab those bolts and pass them to the other one. Alright. Integral 31. Phoenix Die just rolled self-destruct results. It's not a feature. It's a misadventure waiting to happen. Alright, so... let's start cutting across here. How are we doing on our food supply? Oh, we have one that's not set to walk at the same speed as the others. Alright. Start walking down here to check out the ruins. You know what? Actually, change my mind. Let's just go towards the Ark. So let's check our inventory food. So Rual's sitting on a bunch of food. You got a bunch of booze. You got some booze. You got a little bit of food in that crab, bunch of food in that crabs. The crabs actually have plenty of food right now. So Rual's using a heavy, that's a cleaver. We can have you. Gotta grab those weapons. I think we stashed the metal weapon. Okay. Pretty sure we stashed our metal staff back a ways. Alright. Got a fight over here. Looks like a group of Reavers against a bone dog. They're about to have a bad time. Because of the crab's hunger. The crabs demand Reaver. Okay. I like there's just like this one bone dog who's in the middle of it, who's gonna turn and fight us as soon as the Reavers are down, but just like, you know what? I'm fine just staying out of this. This fight has escalated to a place I want to be no part of. Okay. Anyone else laying down and needs to be looted? Yep. The hacker class, and so is that. Much better. Alright. So I knocked down that patrol. You're still working on Tech 5, that's fine. Are you chasing me? It says you're following. But in this context, I don't know if that means you're following me because you want to hit me with something, or you're following me because we rescued you. All I do know is I feel somewhat comfortable I can beat up an injured prisoner if they do pick a fight. All right. But yeah, so I'd say our crabs have gotten a little bit stronger since the last time we tried to go after the Reavers. If you remember that last base, we struggled just to get ourselves from not dying over there. Versus we pretty much rolled into town. Like, I tried to not go straight on in and aggro everything because I was concerned about how much would be there. But we kind of just sat and said, this is our land, and they went, oh, we're just going to go lay down the dirt in our own blood now. Excellent choice. Crab getting strong? Yep. Crab been getting them gains. Do you want it? Do you really want it, Landbat? There's 3 of you. Where are you? Stop. They will win if you don't defend yourselves. Okay. The dude attacked. Alright. So let's run over here. Bubs is nearby, so we can go ahead and go to Bubs and say, take this. Illicit's nearby. That gives us a bit more leather for armor and stuff, as well as other things. Oh, you probably... Yeah, no, you've already got set. So it's also fun that we did get ourselves an extra 2 recruits just by hitting that Reaver base. That wasn't part of the plan, but I mean, I'll take it. We are going to make them into crab people and then get more crabs for them to take care of. And check our map, make sure we don't have any faction raids. We will be having another attack from the United Cities soon. Oh, are the crabs too big to go through that canyon? Is that what I'm understanding has happened right now? Is that the foolproof defense strategy? Is they just put themselves in some nook that my crabs won't go to because they thick? There go. Just get back here so you group up. I don't even really know where people are going anymore because they've scattered in every imaginable direction. Don't run the whole way around, please. Yeah, so we got messed up because the crabs are too big to go through this little canyon thing here. So they just weren't. Which is proving to be a real issue because the Reavers are in the canyon, so I can't reach them. All right. Don't fight there. Get back. Let the crabs do their thing. Because I need people getting bandaged up. They hope they don't get pushed into a spot and get stuck. Yeah, the good news is you can pick them up. Like, you see, like, Longclaw's desperately trying to figure out how to pass through. Now, Longclaw went through the first time. Figured it out. But now they have to go the whole way around. Because they can't quite fit. Need to pick you up and bring you back down here. Oh my god, please. No, don't fight them there. It'll just make the crabs run in circles again. Excuse me? This is so scuffed that I can't fight because of this canyon. Like, they keep retreating back here to where I can't reach them. Is so aggravating. Okay. Run down here and unlock your shackles. Because they went to enslave Rual. I was trying to carry Rual back to the group so it'd stop running down here. Yeah, so go pick up this person. Run back over here. Go quick. Put you down. Go back to trying to free Rual. Oh, is the Empire's attack in the way already? Almost. Okay, give Rual back his weapons. They took Rual's helmet. They straight up stole Rual's helmet. It's not that big a deal. It wasn't a particularly good helmet, but it's just, on principle, the fact that they stole his helmet. Oh, you can't pick them up. Alright, you just go back over here. So somewhere around here is a downed Reaver that has Rual's helmet and his shirt. I should be watching Specialist class. Heck yeah, I'll take an upgrade. Well, I think the one that had Rual's shirt probably got away. Like I said, it wasn't a particularly good shirt, but this is annoying. Alright, meanwhile, you've got an attack on the way. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna not do your job anymore, you're gonna run down here. And meanwhile, we got more research that I can be knocking out as well. Alright, so we already got research level 5 done. And we have to upgrade our bench again, which is more iron plates. We're just gonna go all the way up to like tech level 6. Okay. Ah, we found the one that stole Rual's stuff. Thanks, man. I totally forgot I had an actually, like, really good weapon there. So give me all of that. Because that's Rual's. You cannot deny Rual the crab life. It is just who Rual is. Alright. And you'll get up relatively soon. You'll get up relatively... yeah. All of them should get up relatively soon. And it shouldn't be too long. I can actually probably start the process. Defense and training. Oh, I'll have to be... It's fine. We'll worry about them when we're not under attack. But I'm going to start queuing up the walls to be built for the defense effort. The Reaver compound has dropped down to saying 24 people. That's fine. Like I said, that's kind of the plan, is that we were going to leave, move on to the other places, swing back and knock them back down again. And hopefully they would stay down that time. Lardine's back up. Rual is right about to be back up. I'm honestly surprised we just found, like, just a casual specialist. I was hoping to find, like, a high grade, which we did see as well. I didn't pick it up, but I probably should have. Random bone dogs have decided to get involved. There's a standard one. And there's the high grade one. Hey, get over here. Let's take that in case they decide to get in our person. So there you go.
He was impressed by the loveliness of her hair, her soft blue eyes, her...
Alright, and Rual will be back up on their feet in a moment. Kazakh left leg? I don't even know what a Kazakh leg is. No one's missing any limbs, right? Well, it'd only be these 5. Yep. Alright. So, we are finally ready to start moving again after that fiasco that was that piece of terrain that my crabs couldn't go through, so we had everyone get split up and fight in multiple waves and whatnot. Looks like that bone dog is wrecking your face, buddy. Alright. How are we doing in that raid going? The raid's still on its way. Yeah, you're all done bandaging. Alright. And that's Arc right there. I'm gonna ignore that group right now. I'm gonna go towards Arc and see what we can see. Because I think we went right under this thing before. And we took one look upstairs, went, no. And moved on because it's way earlier in the game. Yeah, we got a mix of fights happening here. Which to me sounds like a viable distraction for us to just roll in and say hi. We live here now. I don't really know what's going on up here, other than a fiasco. Because I could really kind of make head nor tails, other than there's a lot of people up here and everybody is fighting everybody. And that skeleton bandit is gonna get absolutely wrecked. Alright, so what we're going to try and do, this probably isn't the smart play. I don't see the stairs up. My plan is to just camp out down here, start killing everyone who goes through. Until we can start picking at the people upstairs. Like we're gonna aggro some and bring them down. You got like 1.2k likes? Okay, cool. Just watching, because there's a good chance like one of these guys will be like named. Oh, they are just spilling out of the arc. Let's just stay right where we're at and see how this falls out. They just keep rolling through. Oh, it's the leaders of the Reavers. Let's back up. Let's back up. I'm down to fight these guys. But now where I'm just getting blasted by crossbows from that, you know, higher ground. And in here somewhere is a guy who has 90-90 stats. Which I'm trying to locate. Don't you dare run that way. Where's the big guy? There you are. So Rual, you just start medicing everyone you can. And of course, Rual immediately runs into the very center of the pile. You two, get over here. Stop aggroing more, please. That means you also stop aggroing people. So switch you to passive. Somehow you got your medic job unassigned. Stop chasing Rual. He's set to passive. He's just trying to medic. Yes, this one guy here is just cleaning us up. But doesn't help he has all the support of his guys just hitting me with crossbow bolts in the back. I was not expecting everyone to just flood out of the building real fast. Stop going after Rual. He is just trying to do doctor things. All right. We've got people doing medical. Where? Oh, that's not what I want, really. Did they take your stuff? They did not. Just interesting choice, I must say. So now we're on a rescue mission. A lot of injuries in the group. But, this is the Reaver stronghold, so if some place is gonna give me grief, this is the place. Passive sneak medic. Passive sneak medic. Yes, I'm just trying to have the people who can bandage like sneak around and start bandaging people up so that the crabs like keep getting up and fighting more and more since they're the ones who do all the damage. Hey, Suey, how's it going? Can I get a shout out for Suey? This is definitely the appropriate music for what's happening in the game right now. But for those who don't know Suey, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform, someone I highly recommend checking out, fellow member of the Halcyon Frequency team. Been playing My Time at Sandrock lately, which is a slice of life / life sim game. We played it as well. It was really good. So something I definitely recommend. So we are stabilizing here. The one downside is Delithia up here got thrown in a prison cell. Why didn't you bandage your leg? That's fine. So Delithia has been taken prisoner while we were trying to take down our enemies here, and dealing with that mess. But we are at the Reaver stronghold. They declared war on... I mean, they're at war, not declared. They've been at war since the game started with the Crab Raiders, and we are Crab Raiders. So we decided to poke the beehive. Results have been very mixed. They've been solidly mixed. As there is a lot of blood on the ground, and while most of it isn't mine, quite a bit of it is. All right. I feel like Delithia is the one who got the best bet out of this. Like, sure, they're held in captive in enemy territory, which is going to be interesting trying to get her out of. But everyone else is laying face down on the ground in their own blood, other than Rual, who's about to join them. So, you know, I feel like sitting in a cage probably the lesser of evils on this one. Delithia's being enslaved? Did you take my gear? Alright, I'm not putting up with that. We're gonna go ahead and pull up our autosave. Hopefully it'll be before Delithia. Because if they take my gear, I gotta loot every single stupid body to figure out who took my stuff. And there's literally like 100 of them in there. Alright, so this isn't going to be far enough back because I see the big pile of blood here already. So we'll load this up. Because they're going to take her gear, maybe they'll throw it in a box, maybe there'll be one person running around holding it. Like, if it's one of the Reaver slaves we saved, you know, that's fine. They don't have any gear we're stealing, so, you know, whatever. Alright, come on, load up. Alright, so they're already in the cage. So we go to quick save. So the lesson we learned is the moment I go to the Ark, everybody piles out and says hello. Which I hadn't anticipated that much. On the plus side, that means their leader runs out and says hello. And we did actually do a pretty good number of the forces that followed us out. So there's the potential I could literally walk up, aggro the leader, back off, take down the leader. And then just basically sit around till the leader dies. And just like whittle down their forces. Because the problem is the leader is like super, super dangerous. Alright, so where's the situation? Okay, so this is as we were initially approaching. Oh yeah, and for those who haven't seen Kenshi, you save scum. This is a game you save scum. Because sometimes Kenshi breaks in ways that are very bad for you. And it's not like even a player skill. You have to be like, just aware of how it will break so you can deal with it. Okay, so last time, he yelled at me from upstairs before he even got into the building. It was like, how dare you enter the Ark? And then him and his buddies came rolling out to say hello. Alright, let's start aggroing them away. It's always an extremely volatile game. Okay, you know what we can do? We got a ranged team. Get over here. You do ranged things. Get up on your little hill. Everyone else, you stay back here. And you hold position until we're ready for the fight. Get him. You stop ranging so we don't friendly fire. Do not run over there, please. Do not run over there, please. I do not want anyone running into the building at max speed. Oh. How did you get unset from that? That's fine, just queue it up. Stop trying to run the building. So what I'm trying to avoid letting them do is run to the point where they aggro the entire building. That's what I'm trying to avoid. The game just really likes to have your people split up to attack stuff, which is normally okay. But in these situations where you're worried about aggroing more than you want, it is just a battle back and forth of trying to keep your people not where you don't want them. Don't chase. Don't chase. Stop chasing. Okay, all of you are chasing. Stop it. There's enemies back here. Deal with them first. Then make new friends. Alright. So the hold command will usually make your character stay in position. But see, they won't move to support each other. So I need something that's like in between. Where they can move, but not far. Okay, so we got a really big pull here, so let's back out even farther. That we can deal with that. That's fine. I'll let Conrite... As long as Conrite doesn't go in deeper, we'll let Conrite stay there. Why are you not participating? Please get involved. What? Why are you not getting involved? Like, they're not on hold anymore. They definitely don't want to micro every fighter. Stop going in there. It's time for you to go ahead and back out. Same here. Stop going in. Plenty of targets over here. And no one's been grabbed. Good to see. Let's have Rual pick up this body and get them way back here. Because that far forward back the Crab's off, there's a good chance they'll go to kidnap them. Alright, everyone's running the whole way up there again, so let's back him off again. Yeah, there's a ton coming out here. They're just like feeding out here little by little. Please stop running over there. Like I said, I do wish there was like a halfway between hold and that where you could have hold where they could move just around like a little area so they could support each other, but not that they were locked completely stationary. Just because it does make a lot of problems. Because also a lot of the characters won't dodge correctly if you have them on hold. And you're unconscious over there. You'll be back up soon. There's so much blood. There is the one, like there's a pair of them just crossbowing back there. I can live with that. We have pretty good crossbow defense for the moment. I'd rather we not aggro more. They have limited ammo. We'll just endure it. Okay, you're back up. Don't go that way. You can go deal with those crossbows. Alright, stop going up. Let's drag you back again. Because if they go over here, they pull more. Which is what I'm trying to avoid. All right. Let's shift Lardine over real fast. Because we have the ones using the crossbows over here. Lardine's got a really impressive crossbow. We have Lardine focus on that. If you really want to chase them, go after the one that's closest. All right. Don't run in there. Sneak, passive, medic. See if they'll leave Rual alone while... they try and start patching people up so people don't die. Alright. Like, don't get me wrong, we have taken out a ridiculous number of the Reavers. But I still need to manage to, get the medic stuff going. Stop aggroing more. We have enough. Sneak, passive, medic. All right. Yeah, so Lardine's managing to get some bandaged up real fast. I just don't want you going farther out there than that. Okay. Is anyone in serious danger? Anyone in serious danger of bleeding out? I don't think so. No one's actually in really that bad of shape, honestly. Just all those crossbows. Just checking, you're still up here, right? I mean, we apparently emptied out the building. So in theory, the main one is somewhere. No, okay, so the main guy did not aggro, but like his entire remaining forces did. Oh, I forgot about you. We forgot we had the Empire attack on its way. Yeah, so just walk over there to trigger the Empire attack. So I want Rual to patch himself up, that way, if he gets downed again, we don't have to worry about him staying down. There's like a brief reprieve as everyone starts bandaging each other. Have you sneak and medic. All right. Gonna need you to medic yourself. Oh, you can't really. Because you're inside the body, it's fine. Yeah, so he's being shot at, which isn't my favorite. Okay, Rhetorical's got it. Sneak, passive, medic. Alright, we're face down in the dirt again? Absolutely. That's Kenshi. Yeah, the good news is we're getting everyone bandaged up so they get back up. And we are making really good progress on a bunch of that. The crabs keep getting up and knocking them down, so there's really not many of them running around anymore. There's got a couple of stragglers sitting out here. The rest of them, like, we have tons of them who are like missing legs and all that sort of stuff who aren't going to make it. Yeah, like that guy got up and then immediately went right back down. Because of how badly injured he is. So back to, let's say, is that a very bad experience with one of your favorite streamers and you're probably not going back there? So back to comfort stream you? Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It is always those things as a content creator you worry about, is that you'll do something that just like really gives someone a bad experience. To the point they won't come back. I haven't actually looked at it in a while. There's when people choose to stop subbing, you get to choose saying like, this is why I stopped subbing kind of thing. And it is those ones that like one of the options is like I had a bad experience or whatever. And I have had that show up once or twice. Which I usually take that as when, you know, someone does something like really kind of trolly and I sit there and be like, you know, I put down the kibosh, or like they, you know, they say something's like, hey, we don't say that here, like that kind of thing. I usually take it as that kind of thing when someone does that. Because unfortunately, you know, you don't know who it was, nor should you, and that kind of stuff. Or like what thing? Like blatantly ignoring and not punishing someone who kept insulting others over serious drinking topic. Ah, gotcha. That's no good. Alright, so everyone's getting patched up. I think we have more people up than they do now in this area. They are going to get up multiple times, which is going to be a pain. Hey, I'm going to need you to take out that crossbowman. But yeah, that's part of the reason, was it either that or because you gave up playing their favorite game for... Well, I don't give a crap with that. Like, very genuinely, if, you know, certainly people have their preferred games they're going to tune in. But, if me playing a different game is what was the reason the person's not coming back, they weren't a viewer who's going to ever stick around anyways, because I'm not a one-game channel. So, it's one of those things like, alright, you know, I just wasn't the right channel for you. If like, you only ever want to watch one game, it's like, just sorry. That's something I did eventually ban someone who they would keep coming back when I played Project Zomboid and would make a big stink about like, oh, you know, you feel stupid about playing other games, don't you? That kind of thing. I banned them and I was just done with it. I was like, look, man, now you don't even get to see it here. All you've done is reduce the number of people you watch play Project Zomboid now. How's that helping your watch Project Zomboid situation? Because I still play it on occasion. Though I'm not being pigeonholed right now. Like, I'm enjoying Kenshi. Like, the only thing that's kind of feeling pigeonholing at the moment is I got too many mid to long-term games going on that it's feeling hard to do a different mid to long-term game because there's just so many of them going at the same time on the channel that I'm like, I can't take on another. I just can't. I need some of the ones I'm in to settle down first. Alright, well, the tables have turned a little bit where they've got more people up now. You got hit for 0 damage and you still went down? That's curious. The good news is people are not continuing to run that way because there's enough stuff back here for them. Alright. It's still no one in real danger. We got some people who are at risk of losing a limb, but no one in danger of, like, actually dying. Will the world on rim? There's like, yeah, like, long game, but don't have time to invest them, so you watch streamers play them? Yeah, no, my issue is I've got 3 long games going at the same time, and there's other games I'd like to check out, but I already know from past experience, if I step away from a game that's a long format game and I don't play it at least somewhat regularly, once I've been away for the run for a little while, I won't go back to it because I just won't remember what's going on, those kind of things. So that's really rough. But at the same time, because like I'd like to check out Enshrouded, but like I want one of the other games I've got going to be done where I'm like, all right, I can put that over in the corner and not play it for a while. Like, I'm satisfied, I can put, like, a bow on it, it's done. Okay, the fight has switched again, where now we have more people up than they do. But we are getting a lot tougher, a lot faster. And there are a lot of them, judging by all the bugs flying around, who aren't getting back up at all. How are we doing on our med kits? We're doing fine. That's how we're doing. We're doing just fine. Yeah, you can only have so many long duration stuff going on. I think ignoring something in chat on purpose is often used to convey that the topic or the issue is something they want to talk about. Sometimes addressing something straight isn't in their best practice. Yeah. At the same time, like, even... This is one of the things that we've had the discussion about before in the past, where, like, it's usually in the context, I'll say something, like, someone will say something, I'll be like, hey, we're not gonna say that here, like, that kind of thing. It's like, what you choose to do is your thing, but, like, we're not gonna say that here kind of thing. It'll be that type of deal, and someone will, like, push back being like, oh, well, you're self-censoring, and I was like, yeah, I am, because... You know, just the same thing as, like, yelling fire in a building while you're legally not allowed to do that. It's not protected. You still can do it. You have a mouth. You have a tongue. You have a voice box. You choose not to do it because it's really dumb to do that. That's something they don't want to talk about? Oh, yeah. No, that's another thing. But where I push back, you know, people's like, oh, well, you're not letting me say what I want. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not. Like... The difference between viewer and streamer, like, there is a risk difference that is way one-sided. If a viewer does something that the person running the stream doesn't like, you get kicked from the channel. That's pretty much the worst it gets for the most part. Unless it's not like extreme that you get banned from the platform kind of thing. But, you know, you gotta be doing some pretty awful stuff to get there. Otherwise, for the streamer, though, it could be your entire livelihood, your channel, your reputation, all that can go at risk. How goes the Kenshi? Most of that blood is not mine. A lot of it might also be mine, though. But we are at one of the main bases for one of the guys. We got the, you know, big guy up here being big guy. 50,000 bounty that we're not going to get because I can't turn... Actually, I can turn it in, because I can turn it into the anti-slavers. Okay. Cool, I can actually claim that bounty. All the other bounties we've seen, it's like, oh, we don't get there. You're glad to hear most isn't yours? Yeah, no, we've definitely contributed a fair share of blood to that pile, though. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things that... You know, it's kind of like the idea of, okay, but you've come to my playground and you're not listening to my rules. Well, I get to say people can't be here kind of thing. But there is always the issue of like topics that you don't want to talk about. Like it's a cannibalism thing where I keep pushing back and being like, hey, could you not? Oh yeah, no, if you're at the point of just like deleting message after deleting message after deleting message, you slap them with a timeout or a ban depending on the nature of what's going on. Like, you know, whatever's the appropriate. There is a point where you go, hey, and I actually, circling back to what I was going to say, you can, as a content creator, if something you just doesn't feel right, like there's nothing actually wrong, it just doesn't feel right, that's enough of a reason to get someone out of the channel. Obviously, you don't want to do that. What color is the crab blood? I honestly don't know in this game what color they make the crab blood. It's probably down in the mix of all the other blood, but, you know, whatever. Because it could just be a thing if someone's behavior is just distracting in a negative way. Even if there's nothing inherently wrong with it, that's still a good enough reason to be like, yeah, you need to go. Because it still detracts from the quality of your entertainment you provide. Hopefully you don't run into that, but that is a perfectly valid reason. So when someone just doesn't do anything, it's like, come on, man. If there's a conversation that you just don't want to engage with, you say, hey, we're not going to talk about it. Or you time them out, or whatever is appropriate for whatever behavior. Obviously, I don't know the art creator. And we're not going to talk about who, like, the art creator, just, like, not going to say names or anything like that, because, you know, it's not really, like, the creator in question isn't the problem, it's the behavior in question that's the problem. Alright. So basically, I'm going to keep them chilling over here until everyone's bandaged up. And then we're going to start stealing all their medical supplies to make this thing. It's always better to be in a better mood than to have an additional one viewer. Oh yeah, no, that's one of the things I've definitely learned over time, which I went into it kind of knowing it from dealing with public speaking, it's a thing that happens, is you need to pick your audience. And you can choose to be like dealing with like the toxic person or the toxic person that, or, you know, the people that the toxic person chases away. You can't have both. So you do very much deliberately and intentionally decide what your audience is. Now, obviously, how many people do show up and all that, you don't really get a say in that. You just do what you can to support it. But it's kind of like if you have a group of people who is going to be terrible about another group of people, if you let them stay, you've just said the other group of people's not welcome here. You say, no, but I want everyone to be welcome. That's sorry. There's one of those groups of people deliberately does not want the other one to be there, or is doing stuff that makes it unsafe for them, or whatever. You only get to pick one of the two sets to keep around. You can't have both. Now, obviously, one hopes that you can have people be mature and be able to have discussions and not get into, like, harmful places and yada yada. But that's more a want than a reality. Okay, so everyone is medicked back up on my side. We still got a couple people unconscious. You know, but that's... Look, sometimes you just gotta take a little nap. Forcefully. That you don't really want to take. It isn't particularly convenient at the moment. So what we're doing now is I'm going to run around and fill up our inventory with bandages. Oh, in the meantime, I can actually take the meat and pass that over. Because every one of these guys out here pretty much is going to have bandages on them. And I can use those bandages. And I don't want them to use those bandages. And I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure every single body is looted. But, I mean, why not have our medic people? That is a really nice cleaver. Deal. Alright. Just like that, literally full inventory. And all the sounds of bugs flying around means they're taking the long sleep. Alright. So I've gone through quite a bit of medical supplies here. And granted, the bandages I'm finding are kind of crap, but kind of crap still works. There's so many bodies. There's just so many bodies everywhere down here. So like I said, I'm going to consider myself in this exchange the winner. It was messy, it was sloppy, it wasn't clean, but there are a whole lot of corpses on the ground, and we didn't have anyone die. We had some people get pretty roughed up. Like that one Reaver slave is not going to be waking up for a good while, but they will eventually wake up. Eventually. A real long eventually. But they will in fact wake up someday. And you're basically already maxed out. Maybe one day. Once reincarnation becomes cool. You left one alive to tell a story of the crabs. I mean, we're not done with this place. We fought their main force. Like, we walked to the bottom floor of the Ark. Oh, I have to be closer up for it to let me see inside. We walked to the bottom floor of the Ark, which is the building here. That's the Ark. And there was about 80 or so people up here. And they all just piled out. Sir, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I don't think you're using that chair correctly. But yeah, so we're here to kill this guy. Or capture, or whatever. This guy's gotta go. He's the leader of the Reavers. He's gotta go. But he is a thick boy. To give you an idea, his stats are like 90 something or whatever. Our stats are about 49 40, 11 30, 30 45, 3 10. You get the idea. We got people around half his strength. So he's gonna be rough. For those who don't know Allison Adventures, definitely someone to check out. Also streams, plays a lot of Project Zomboid. Ooh, I've missed. What runs are you on lately? I know you're doing your cryogenic winter run that was like super duper duper brutal, but I imagine you're probably wrapped with that one way or the other. Like whether you're wrapped like I've finished or the other one, or you could still be doing it. I imagine that's a long run. But yeah, so definitely does Project Zomboid, does challenge stuff. The cryo run died, unfortunately, but he did what he set out to do. That's awesome. That means you won. For the record, in Project Zomboid, that means you won. The way you win Project Zomboid, you said, I am going to do X. When you've done X, even if you die, you won. That is the win condition of Project Zomboid. Is setting yourself a goal and achieving it. Alright, so we're waiting for you to wake up. Because I want everyone at least up for this fight. Let's go through here. We're going to unset passive on all ones we had set passive. And you two are ranged people. You should be getting up momentarily. Alright, so they're starting to try and pick up their people, so let's go and kick off the next round. Because if I don't do it, they might take Delithia prisoner. Let's watch. I don't want to go, like, basically I don't want to go past this halfway point, because I'm pretty sure I'm aggroing them through the floor. Just Kenshi doing Kenshi things. Where are you going? Stop spooking me. No. Back off. You're pulling stuff from I don't know where, and I want to keep the fight to what we already have. Yep. Yeah, no, we changed the, and when I say we, like, this is, Enoch did all the work. I just plugged it in. But basically switched the D20 roll, D20 command to a roll command and had it so it has, like, a whole bunch of stuff, that pops out there. I don't remember how many, I think, was it 40 options that there are? But, talked about the idea of just being able to expand on it, kind of thing. Bentley rolled a 20, a critical success. The epic feat is immortalized with the Bard song. The song, however, is incredibly annoying. Oh man, there was a book I was listening to, or like audiobook. What are you doing right now? Oh, you're like glitched in the train, I understand. But that it was a whole plot point in it was that a bard had written a song about like the one guy in the group was like the secretive thief and all that. And it was like kind of his shame thing about like this really cringy but popular song in their world was about him. And he was, like, really distraught about it, because he hated the song. The sad part is working, you catch less of the streams. Yep, that is the reality. The less free time you have. The less free time you have, I mean, that's kind of the full thing. Alright, so they are knocking us down again, but it was a whole lot, like, we pulled a bunch from I don't know where. We got another group of, like, 10 or so. As long as we keep... Well, and a bunch of them probably got back up because they're playing dead. Which is fine. Okay, rhetorical. Yeah, you're already on it. I want to get you back over here so you stop pulling stuff. Where you going, Lardine? Don't do it. Fight's over here. It's not over here, it's not part of the fight. Alright, so let's start looting the bodies for you. So many bandages here. If it wasn't such a hassle to try and pass stuff to other characters kind of thing, like for the crabs I mean, where I could like loot a bunch of bodies of the crabs real fast, I would do that to help mitigate this, but I can't do that. It's becoming a real problem. Question mark? Okay. It's okay, they moved. I can get to more of the bodies now. Alright, so you're all looted. Where are you going? Okay, you're just going there. That's fine. Apparently pulling more, so drop back over here. Okay. Something went flying. So the issue is I do need to hold out long enough to Alright, I think we're good there. I do need to hold out long enough for everyone to get back up. And preferably... Oh, you know what we could do? This is a bold strategy. Let's quick save, because this is a very bold strategy. So let's just go ahead and choose camping, beds... You can hand him the Dilithia. I'll get her in the middle of them. Send that to Dilithia. We should have 4 beds in here. We could start having whichever crab is the most injured. Now them go take a nap. Did I not commit those? There we go. I'm pretty sure that Reaver that went down is friendly fire. Alright, retreat to the rest of the group again. Of course you went down. It's so much of a thing. Starting to fall asleep. Had a rough day at work. Good times with everyone. Alright, you sleep well. Thank you again for hanging out. And I know we're past the 11 o'clock mark that I normally do my game switch. We'll do the game switch as soon as I get this settled. Don't go running over there. Back down here. Alright, so when Delithia gets up, we can build some beds. And we can start putting whatever crabs are the most injured in them. Because I would like to knock out the Reaver. Because that'd be a very satisfying way to end today's, you know, Kenshi part. Is to knock out the Reaver leader and be like, okay, the Reaver leader is down. Excuse me? You're not just bandaging someone up while I'm standing over top them, right? Please stop running that far. What did you have? And apparently a bandage. Alright. Please stop pushing that far. We already have enough problems without literally aggroing everything. Alright, group them all back down over here again. And I keep just waiting to see, like, the Reaver leader just mixed in down here, that we just lose track of him and he just gets into it. Group him back up. Could you not? Alright, getting too far. We're aggroing stuff that we hadn't. Stop it. Alright. Get Longclaw out of there. Yeah, that's the thing, like, they'll aggro and then they'll run away, and then my people will chase, and it becomes a problem. He's just chilling up there. And we're just adding more and more corpses to the pile. Who's that? Okay, random skeleton bandit? Question mark? Wrong neighborhood? All right. We're just in this war of attrition. We're probably getting a lot of stats. I haven't been watching our stats too closely. But usually when you have these battles that are just ongoing, you're just gaining stats the whole time. So even if it's not a lot of stats at once, it is just one of those things you slowly climb through them. I also didn't check what the population of this location was. I mean, it's not labeling it. What's that marked as now? 24? That was the place we were at before. We didn't quite wipe it out because we were just waiting for everything to stop getting back up. Alright, come on. I wonder if we actually turn on that rescue job. It'll do that with the crabs as well. I actually don't know. Don't chase, please. Okay. Yeah, it's only Dilithia has the stuff on them. So cancel that off you. Once Dilithia is up, they should be able to put down the beds and get people patched up. So much violence. Don't do it. I'm looking for a break in this fight. You. Stop chasing. There we go. So we got one of the beds built. Don't run all the way wherever you're going. Keep the fight over here. And Captain Brody is glitched on top of that. All right. So it should medic everyone up, and then they should start doing rescue. Okay. Pick up. Put in the bed. Pick up. Put in the bed. Where's the last one? Why didn't you build the last one? Okay, so they're all recovering. Once they're mostly recovered, they'll get out. We'll put the next ones in. Once we're healed up, I can just run into the main building and go for it. Because really, we've cleared out most of the area. Like, I got a couple of stragglers here, which are no big deal. We got the main dude upstairs, who's actually terrifying. He apparently went for a jog. But it seems to be pretty much alone up there now. All right. I'm pretty sure half of these KOs are friendly fire from our crossbows as they're like gaining their aim skills. Because you only gain precision when you friendly fire people, and we're getting some pretty decent precision going on here, which tells me we're doing a lot more friendly firing than not friendly firing. I'm doing the math and not looking too great. Friendly fire now to not friendly fire later? Yeah, basically. Like, it is something that's kind of an accepted situation that we're like, hey, this isn't the best, but also, like, we're kind of accepting it because, you know. Alright, so recovering as fast as they can. Oh. We have a random friendly crab rolling into town. Well, that's not what you want. That's actually a decent group, though, at the fight, which means we'll probably have to have the others wake up. Yeah, let's pick you up. I wonder... I was gonna say, I wonder if it's one of those things that if I told him to dismantle the beds all at once, if that would work to, like, kick them all out of bed real fast. We're not gonna be able to use these. Like, they're fine, but it's almost a meme with how long it, like, we're gonna have to just keep getting out of it. The downside is if I try and rush into the building, like hide in the corner of the building, like we did for the spider factory, that probably won't work out for us. Sleeping bag. Let's go collect those real fast. Think your part is about the wipe in my Curse of Shard RP? That's a bummer. I don't know well enough to really know one way or the other about much on that. Oh, good. We have one set of random crab raiders here? You are way out of way from home.
I think that's pretty.
All right. Where are you going? Okay, have a nice day, I guess. It's just, there is very little feeling of progression here other than we're just gaining stats and making bodies appear. But because I just keep getting knocked down, like, we're just kind of sitting here. Now, in reality, I wish we would see where it would tell us how many people are here. Because we could see, like, as the numbers start ticking down, that, you know, like, oh, well, 10 of them are dead now, or 20 of them are dead now, so, like, the population of the Ark is going down. But for whatever reason, it's not flagging it so I can see it, so we're just going by the fact that there is a lot of bodies here, and a lot of them are never getting back up again. So we're still medicing each other. Go right back to fighting again. And you are chunky. Trying to get a click on him because this guy is getting absolutely pelted on, and it's the leader. The leader came out to say hi. But we're doing pretty okay because he's busy fighting the crabs, and our crossbow guy is just hitting him with crossbow after crossbow after crossbow. He also is holding someone over his shoulder, which helps out with that as well. Come on, knock him over. Reposition. He's just winning. That's concerning. Alardine tried not to... He's down. He is down. Pick that man up immediately. Actually, quick. Loot that man. Alright, so Matau Longsword is a saber class weapon. For right now, we're just gonna chuck that in our inventory. Oh my god, how many bolts did we go through? Those are Reaver uniforms of really high grade. They're not actually worth that much, but that's fine. So he had a good Matau weapon. We'll probably hand that over to you. That'll be... We'll give that over to you. You'll do sabers. But in the meantime, pick him up. He's ours. And you'll use sabers. Let's run over here. Oh, my bad. Chuck that on the ground, chuck that on the ground. Go here. Congratulations, you've got a Matau weapon. Yep, we did get the boss. I made the comment earlier, at some point that boss is going to get out here, and it's going to be like, why is everything awful? And that's exactly what happened. Is like, why is this fight suddenly turned against me? Oh, the leader rolled out and said hello. Which, you know, he did a number to us, but honestly, no one got badly injured. Alright, so everyone's patched up. Get a moment for the handful of people who are unconscious to get back up. Your recovery coma, which will take a minute. All right. All right. Meanwhile, you have the prisoner. Yep. So your job is to stay out of the fight. Like you can crossbow people, but I do not want you properly getting in there. Please stop knocking down my people. So the thing I'm debating is whether we take this person and we just turn them in, because I can turn them in down there, or we keep pushing the arc to try and get in. I think we actually take our winnings here and get out, because my fear of what might happen is if I don't push it, there's a good chance we might end up having the problem of someone knocks him, and then suddenly I've got the main guy back up here again fighting me. And I kind of want to let all the bodies settle. So you'll be back up soon. Of course, the other thing you can do is for, like, where we do the game switch, I can just run upstairs, which should be... Let's run upstairs. Once everyone is conscious, let's try and run upstairs into the building. That way you can hit a good break point to get the game switch going on. Because then we can loot this place and kind of be done with it for the time being. Okay, everyone is back up. So let's go for his throne room. Why are you not moving? There you are. Just go up. We get into the throne room real fast. We don't have to worry about... Is there a bunch over here? Ah, there's a bunch over there. New plant. We're making our way out. Actually, we'll make our way out this way. We'll say start running over this way. Of course, you're stuck. Stop down here. You two just try and retreat. And you got downed. Of course you did. It's gonna take a little bit just to extract ourselves from this place. Get up on the hill. Same with you. Much longer till you get back up. All right. So run back down here. It's gonna be like a rolling escape from here. Go pick them up, please, Lardine. Do not run in the middle of that. Your job is to keep the body. Let the others do all like the running in and patching people up and all this stuff. Okay, how long are you gonna be down? 50 seconds, 7 seconds, 1 minute. All right. Stop getting back up and fighting me. No, we don't need to fight every Reaver that has ever walked the face of the earth, please. Just extract yourself from here. Okay. Now that we're at least not in their main building, where is the fastest way to get down to here? Because that's where my destination is. Now, the downside of here is I still got to go through the land bats and all those. I forgot that was still waiting on that. Sad Neil's been doing nothing this whole time, been focused on the battle. But, like I said, that'd be a really good way to conclude today's stream, is to like get the main leader of the Reavers, turn them in, which effectively means the Reavers will have their game state advance. The game has the idea that like when you capture or kill any like certain main characters, that the world changes. So with this case, what should happen is this will create a power vacuum for the Reavers. I don't know who steps into it, whether it's the Skeleton Bandits or Skeleton Legion, or who will take over the Reaver territory or pressure the Reaver territory. But someone's gonna hit that vacuum. So we'll see how that plays out. Maybe wait over here. Alright, while we're moving, how is our inventory on fish going? Oh, here, also, Bubs can be the keeper of the bed sheets. We're doing okay. We have burned through a lot of our food. Okay. So we'll save here. Now all the way fast forward. Now the Reavers will still exist on our map. I don't believe capturing their leader will eliminate them. Usually that's not how it works, but they will be a ghost of who they once were. And then we can try systematically going through their territory and wiping it out. All right. Cool. So you're done with that whole bit. We'll turn your jobs back on. All right. Okay, so it's Crab Raiders and someone else fighting. We're just going to stroll right on by and just try and stay out of it. There's another group of Crab Raiders. It would be really nice if the game state, now I think about it, it could actually be that the Crab Raiders will take over Reaver territory, because that would be fun. To actually have, like, legitimately we take over more of the map as Crab Raiders versus, you know, the vacuum be filled by someone else. Because usually when the vacuum does get filled, it's not like they put, like, a new person with diplomatic status in there for you to knock out to, like, revert it or whatever. You get certain world states that it's just the way it is now. Like, for example, if you wipe out the Holy Nation, the Fogmen... Oh, actually, it depends. But you can have, like, the Shek move in, the Fogmen move in, a whole bunch of stuff. But once you reach the point that the Fogmen move in, it's just over. Holy Nation's gone. It is now home of the Fog. Alright, so we're in Skeleton Bandit territory. And we're having, the very last Lardine is getting strength training. Whether or not that was the intention doesn't even matter. It's happening. They're gaining strength. Why are you falling so far behind? Fine, I wasn't going to deal with you, but I will. I was hoping with all the Crab Raiders I could just ignore it and they would jump in, but it's not looking like that's working out for me. Excuse me? Okay. We just need to take a second to medical ourselves up. Because I believe that's where we're heading, is that mountain. First aid 104. I thought 100 was the cap. I guess I'm just wrong. That's fine. Yeah. Where it says unknown, that's actually our destination. Alright, and we're good here. Let's take 2 seconds to check in on Sadneel's research side. Oh, you're still building the bench. That's fine. I forgot we were working at that. I thought we were still researching the higher tech. Yeah, so we can make a cool $50,000. We got, I think, our second Metal weapon? Second or third Metal weapon? Alright. Oh, I forgot we had those katanas and all that. Alright. And just keep on pushing. One of the things we want to keep an eye out, like I'm not going to actually worry about today, like really I'm just going to get there and kind of... Oh, did I bandage up? I don't think I bandaged up. That'd be a dumb way to lose a bunch of health or have someone go down and have to wait for them to recover because you just didn't take the time to patch them up. Alright, so the crab raiders have left us. Nice slow day at work. Oh, it was a good time to have a nice slow day at work. Not much to do so you can work in the roll command? Excellent. Alright, hopefully don't pull those land bats. Yeah, so Rual's up to his point, he's reaching his 50s. Delithia, who if you recall we had like no stats the other day, like last stream, getting to be their 15 and 30s. Very last Lardine is up to their 40s and 30s. These two are brand new recruits that had like no stats really, and they're both up pretty much to their 30s. The crabs are starting to reach their like 50s and 30s, 50s and 40s almost across the board, with the exception of the new one. So we're getting stacked. What are you two doing? Kenshi pathing, please. Looks like we got a land bat on our tail. I'm hoping he'll just lose interest because we're moving fast enough. It seems like we're... Yeah, we didn't die. Yeah, no, it was absolutely a war of attrition. The difference is, as a player, you have the ability to have the knowledge to steal all their medical supplies so that you can keep bandaging and they can't. So you do slowly grind them down. Oh, good. A Leviathan. It's fighting something, and its health is not meaningfully moving. Excellent. I hate it. The good news is Leviathans aren't particularly fast. What are you fighting? Skeleton bandits, and they are getting pretty messed up. High frame rate. Okay, Rual's nearby the body. Let's make sure you actually patch yourselves up first. Okay, we are almost in good shape for being in the clear. The good news is how many ridiculous stats we got in that just prolonged engagement. Please keep moving. For as long as that fight was going, all the stats we gained. Yeah, that's where we're going, is up here. You can kind of make out that there's a little town tucked away at the top of it. I don't remember the exact way up. Here it is. That's the way up, right there. I have a feeling the crabs can't get up there. Crabs are eating all the frames? The crabs eat everything. Hi, pretty wifey.
No, I'm not the pretty wifey. You're the handsome boy.
Yeah.
What's it like to be the most handsome boy in the whole world?
Do you like our crabs?
Yeah.
The army of Krebs.
Yeah, that's cool. Hi, Calaria Star. Hi, Geonet. Hi, Jay Walker. Hi, Kirillese. Puppy,
What's up?
did your shirt look weird on the green screen?
No.
Oh,
Actually,
good.
I didn't even think about it.
Hi, the OG Manya.
It might be dark enough that it may have shown up okay.
Noise. Hi, Cynthia Cookie.
Oh, you're just patrolling, okay. I was like, who's following me?
Why do you have so many crabs?
Because crabs are the, superior form of evolution, and therefore I want them on our side.
Oh, okay.
All paths lead to crab.
Yeah. Do they walk sideways?
Nope, they walk forward.
Hi. Is it Bentley?
Yeah, it's Bentley.
Hi, Bentley.
Alright, just in case because we are new here, just in case they give us an attitude. Okay, they're cool with us walking on in.
Crab. That's funny. Are you one of the crabs?
I am a crab raider, so I'm wearing, like, the crab helmet and all that, but I don't have, like, the full crab armor yet.
Hi, Ushze. Okay, so you're just like a human in the middle of a bunch of crabs?
They're my crabs.
Okay.
Have I played Crab Champions on stream? I have played Crab Champions on stream. And now we are turning in the leader of the Reavers.
Yeah, those Reavers.
Who's in charge here?
Me.
I would like to turn in this bounty.
Why is that person lying on that bed? Is that person sick? Are they dead?
No, they're sleeping.
Oh.
I have saved just before I talk to this person. Eyes the body on your shoulder. Here for reward? Yeah, hand over the bounty. Boom.
Boom.
50,000, and we have permanently changed the state of our world.
Yay!
Because now the Blood Reavers, their leader is now a prisoner. Don't let him escape. I'm like, I delivered him. You best not let him escape.
Why is the architecture in this world so weird?
What do you mean?
Well, like that building
Uh-huh.
looks like it's bulging.
This one?
Yeah, look, it's like bulging out.
I mean, it's basically sheet metal that's bent. It's made of junk. Yep.
And that
Alright.
building, like the top of it's not actually enclosed.
Yeah, that's where you put the people in the cages, in the rusty cages outside.
Oh. Are you allied with the people that put other people in cages?
I mean, the dude was literally a slaver and everything, so he was pretty awful.
But I mean, like, you're not gonna end up in a cage.
Oh, I'll probably end up in a cage sooner or later.
Oh no!
Not those cage, but I'll probably end up in a cage. So we did go and get that person knocked out. Normally I'll have switched games about an hour ago, but we wanted to conclude that part. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get a poll going for what game we're going to switch to next. I don't know I'm going to put in the poll. I do know RimWorld will not be on the poll today. Just kind of one of those things. I've been getting more and more feedback that people are like, I love RimWorld, but also I would like less RimWorld. So we're going to go ahead and get that going. So bear with me for a moment. I will not be able to see chat for a minute.
Yeah, I can't see the chat. It's so scary.
Yeah, the poll covers everything. Okay, make sure there's nothing urgent there. Nope. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the things up at the poll. Put farming sim up here.
I can see the TikTok chat.
Yeah, but they don't count. No, I'm sorry, what?
And the YouTube's chat.
We'll put up garden life, which is like a botanical garden is left in like disrepair and you go in. I don't know how good or bad or otherwise it is. Ooh, what do we want to put in here for the other ones?
Oh wait, where are you typing? Where are the options?
So I'm typing up here. And I'm looking at my stuff over here, but the catch is I don't own all those games, so something I have to pick up and download and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm going,
You should play Arkham Asylum.
I actually might own that.
There you go.
That was definitely not aligned to the stuff I normally play on the channel.
Not at all.
Uh,
You should play
I'm literally trying to do a poll for it.
Wow.
We can do expeditions. Here, let me see if I can actually get so I can actually see chat.
Yeah.
I hate how TikTok is like, no, I go on top. I don't care if you select the R1.
Poor TikTok.
Okay, I mean, it's a weird place.
Yeah.
So I keep running into still the same problem where it's like, we've got the mid to long games, and so like Pacific Drive and Shrouded and Nightingale are all ones I want to try, but then I have 4 long format games going at the same time. It's just like, it's too much to juggle.
Nightingale? What's Nightingale about?
It is a survival crafter game that the aesthetics are vaguely like steampunk-ish. They've got a special name for it, but it's like steampunk-ish.
You should play that one.
I don't own that one.
Oh. You should play that one.
Basically, if we were to choose something like that, I'd have to buy it and then download it, which wouldn't take that long.
Yeah, chat would love watching that.
They probably would.
And then in the meantime, you can play Cinderella's Sing Sweet Night song. What? Sing Sweet Night?
I've got 4 on the list. I gotta get 1 more. Build your little house. Get a pretty umbrella. Okay. When you said build your little house, I actually have a key where you build a cute little house. Like that's the gist of the game. But
You should play that classic from the 90s, GoldenEye.
that's not a computer game.
Oh, you should play it. You just need
I would have to find an
need an
emulator and then
emulator. Emulate it.
and illegally download. No, excuse me.
Emulate it.
You're not helping.
I'm helpful.
You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah.
I'll put in Shroud up there. So like, it's those things like Pacific Drive. I want to play that, but I also need to buy it. And it's just those things I'm like, okay, I need to not buy the game right now.
When I was a kid, I had a game that it was Barbie, and you designed fashion outfits for Barbie, and then you could click like fashion show, and Barbie would like the outfit you designed. Barbie would walk down the catwalk in her outfit that you designed for her. You should download that game.
Hey, Pankraro, how's it going? Can I get a shout out for Pankraro? I'm not gonna be able to see the shout out for a moment, so just bear with me.
Hi, Pinkaru.
I'm gonna put on the list. I have a feeling I'm gonna be buying a game here in a moment. Okay.
You so bad.
Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so we've got the poll going for what game we're gonna play next. To give you an idea of what we got on our list, we have Farming Simulator. Well, first of all, thank you, Pankraro, for hanging out and all that. For those who don't know, Pankraro, the greatest pink squid on the internet, definitely someone who should check out,
Yeah.
was playing
So cute.
Helldivers 2 earlier today. I was hanging out for that with the Guma Bear and the Mental Marsupial, and it was Bad Space King. We're all hanging out there. So definitely someone to check out. Fun times. Has lots and lots of jingly key redeems on their channel. So if you want like all of the fun sound effects and silliness, they can provide. But yeah, so with Farming Simulator 22, Anna's also been around the channel since like way by the beginning. One of the people who've been around here the longest. But if we do Farming Simulator 22, we've been doing a Survivor Man challenge, which basically the gist of that is we start with $0, a chainsaw, and a dream, and we just build up from there. That's been going good. We're getting ready to get our next harvester. I think I got like 200-something thousand in the bank, and just like I'm hoping to get the harvester this season. If not, we'll figure it out. We've got Garden Life, which I haven't played yet, but my understanding is there's like a botanical garden looking thing that has fallen in horrific disrepair, and we, make it not in horrific disrepair. But it is a simulation game, so it's kind of sort of like, a house renovator type game, but instead of rebuilding a house, you're planting plants and getting seeds and rebuilding botanical garden buildings type things. That's my understanding. I haven't played it yet. We have Expeditions, which is the new Mud Runner game. So instead of truck is stuck dragging stuff like cargo through the mud, it's a lot more exploring kind of thing. We played that, had a good time with that. We have Enshrouded, which is a survival crafter where there is fog, and the fog is mean, and it does mean things. We played that very briefly on the channel, but we're like, okay, it's way too busy right now, I'll come back to it later. we're at later. And then we've got Pacific Drive, which is a bit hard to describe. The one I've heard is kind of like, it's aesthetically like Stalker, but it's more along the lines of like, if you think of, Escape from Tarkov as you go in and it's a first-person shooter where you extract stuff, this is like a driving game where you extract stuff. Like, you get out of your car and you go and you grab stuff, but it's very heavily based around getting your car through. Your car gets banged up, you gotta fix your car up, and, build new tech to shove on the side of your car to make your car do more car things, and all that. I haven't played it. It's supposed to have a decent story and all that. It looks really fun, but it does have some, like, I wouldn't call it a horror game, but I would call it a horror-themed game in the fact that there's spoopiness going on. But it's not like you have, like, things jump scaring and grabbing the camera and, like, screaming at you and all that kind of stuff. It's more like, oh, it's a weird ground buzzsaw thing making my car sad. Oh, radiation. Oh, weird things that when I look the other way and I turn around, they're not where they were a second ago. Like that kind of spoopy. In the meantime, while that poll is going on, I'm going to go over to TikTok and YouTube and end the streams over there because I can't switch categories because they don't support that in a meaningful way. So I do have to shut down the streams and bring them back. But over here on Twitch, we're just going to keep going like everything's fine. But I want to go ahead and get those stopped. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on those respective platforms. So goodbye for a little bit TikTok. I'll bring it back up when we switch our games. And goodbye YouTube. I'll bring it back up when we switch our games. All right, chat. Now that the kids are out of the room,